Good morning students. Today I am going to explain you center of gravity of a body. So before starting center of gravity definition, I would like to make a diagram. Suppose there is a lamina which is made up of so many different particles. Suppose particle 1 P1, there is another particle P2, here a particle P3, here a particle P4 and here a particle P5. Okay, these particles will have definitely some masses, and since the body is placed in the field of earth, that's why it will have definitely under the influence of gravitational force. That's why these particles will have some weights, and these weights are acting towards the center of earth. All forces, all weights are acting towards what? Towards the center of earth. That's why they all will be parallel to each other. Here W1, W2, W3, W4 and W5. Suppose this body is made up of these particles, or in other words you can say entire weight of this body is made up of W1, W2, W3, W4 and W5. So there is a point named as capital G or CG. You can call it as CG or capital G. I am taking capital G. Let G be a point where entire weight of the body is considered to act at this point. Once again, there is a point, our center of gravity is a point where entire weight of the body, or you can say entire weight of all particles which the body constitute, or the entire weight of constituents of the body. Which are constituents? Constituents means the particles by which the body is made up of. Okay, that's why final definition is that the point where entire weight of the body is considered to act is called as center of gravity, howsoever the body is placed. So here total weight of the body is considered to act. That's why it means this W is equal to W1 plus W2 plus W3 plus W4 plus W5. This W means weight of first particle, weight of second particle, weight of third particle, weight of fourth particle, weight of fifth particle. Similarly, if some more particles are there in the constituents of the body, then the weight will be added here. Okay, one more definition of center of gravity is that center of gravity is the point where or about which algebraic sum of moments of weights of all particles. Once again, center of gravity is the point about which algebraic sum of moments of weights of all particles is equal to 0. Means here sigma m, moment of all particles about this G is equal to 0. Then this particle is said to be center of gravity of the body. Now, point is that center of gravity depends on what? So, first point, center of gravity depends on shape of the body. Or in other words, you can say distribution of masses of the body, or mass distribution of the body. If a body is deformed in shape, then its center of gravity will change. Suppose there is a rod of uniform cross section and its mass is also uniformly distributed. Means your rod is even, just like this chalk. This is uniform in cross section, means whatever radius or diameter is here at this point, cross sectional area, the same cross sectional area should be here, and this mass distribution should be everywhere same. Otherwise, how it will change? Suppose I am just having like this. See, here this cross sectional area is changed. Here there is no mass. Here it is thin, while here it is thick. So at this time its center of gravity will change since its mass distribution changed. Okay. But if it will be uniform, so for a uniform rod, its center of gravity will lie in middle of it. This is center of gravity G. If its length is L, then it will be at L by 2. A and AB rod. For a rod AB of uniform cross-sectional area, uniformly distributed mass is there, then its center of gravity will be at middle, exactly midpoint of this rod. But if its shape will change, for example, if you will construct it in the form of a circle, the length of this same, this AB, now A and B both point became same, means you have constructed by this rod a ring, okay, or a circle, then its center of gravity will change. Now its center of gravity will be at center of this circle. This will be its G. So first point you need to know that center of gravity of a body depends on its shape, means depends on shape of the body. Okay. Second point, means center of gravity depends on shape of the body. Shape of the body. Okay. Second point, is that it is not necessary every time that center of gravity lies within the material of the body. For example, just see here. Here, when the body was in the form of a rod, then its center of gravity was lying in the body, means in the material of the body. So position of center of gravity was just in middle of this body and inside the material of this body. But when its shape changed, then just see, when this rod turned into the form of a circle or in the form of a ring, then its center of gravity became here. Now the position of center of gravity is changed. So this time this point is not within the material. Here there is no material of the body. Body's material is at the periphery of this circle or periphery of this ring. So here in this situation, center of gravity is not lying within the material of the body. Here the center of gravity is lying within the material. So it is not necessary that center of gravity will always lie within the material of the body. Second point. Now third point. Third point is that we can consider a body of weight W. Suppose there is a body of weight W, so we can consider a body of weight W as a pointed particle of weight W. As a pointed particle. Suppose there is a body having weight W, so we can consider a pointed particle placed at center of gravity of weight W. So this is your third point. Now center of gravity of some regular objects. You have to know about center of gravity of some regular objects. For example, first, position of center of gravity of a rod. Suppose there is a rod of uniform cross-sectional area, then as I have already explained, its center of gravity will be in middle at L by 2 if total length is L. So its center of gravity will be at L by 2. Second, a circle. For a circle, at the center of the circle, this is G or CG. Okay. Third, for a disc, we can call it as, do you know the difference between ring and disc or circular shape and disc? This is, disc means just like a braid. Here there is no empty space. Okay, means this entire mass is distributed over whole shape. This is a disc. So its center of gravity will also lie at geometrical center of this. This is CG, geometrical center. Now, fourth, hollow sphere or a solid sphere. In both of the situation, this is three-dimensional geometry, just like this. Here also, whether it is hollow or solid sphere, its center will be its center of gravity. Okay. Now this is solid or hollow sphere. Solid or hollow sphere. Now some more like cylinder. Solid or hollow cylinder. This is the axis of cylinder. So just at midpoint of the axis of the cylinder, this is your CG. This is CG. Okay. For conical shape, sixth, a solid cone. For a solid cone, you see. This is your base. This is base. So, for solid, so remember, there is a solid cone and next one may be hollow cone, just like tent. You have to learn like this. This is axis here, this is axis, this is hollow cone, means just like tent. This is base. So if this height is h, here also h, but difference is that here it is solid and here it is hollow. So for solid, this on the axis from the base, it will be at, this CG will be at closer to base, means this height will be h by 4. Okay. While in the case of hollow, it will be little above to base, means that is h by 4. Sorry, h by 3. For hollow, it is at h by 3. For solid, it will be at h by 4. So you have to be aware whenever you are going to learn the position of center of gravity for solid cone or for hollow cone. Okay. Now next, eighth now. For any triangular shape, its position of center of gravity will lie. ABC is any triangle. For a triangular shape, its center of gravity will lie at the point of intersection of medians. Point of intersection of medians. As you know, median. This is CG and these are medians. Okay, so point of intersection of medians. And this one, for any other regular shape like a square, rectangular shape, parallelogram, trapezium, for these all, this CG will lie at the point of intersection of their diagonals. This is your CG. These all are diagonals. These are diagonals. Okay. These are medians. Medians. So for triangular shape, your center of gravity will lie at the point of intersection of medians, and for any other regular shape like quadrilateral, trapezium, it will lie at the center of, at the point of intersection of diagonals. So one more point I would like to explain here about the stability of a body. Means the body will be most stable, will have most stable equilibrium when the position of center of gravity will lie as low as possible and near the point of geometrical center, or near the geometrical center of the body but above the base. When center of gravity will lie as low as possible and near the geometrical center of the body, then the body will have stable equilibrium. So learn these all points and position of center of gravity. This will help you a lot, and definition of center of gravity, and about the points that where it will lie, and it will depend upon shape of the body or not. When the body's shape is deformed, then position of center of gravity will change or not. When it will inclined, then its position of center of gravity will change or not. Whether position of center of gravity will always lie within the material of the body or not. As I have told you earlier, that it is not necessary that the position of center of gravity will always lie within the material. It may be anywhere, it will depend upon the shape of the body. Okay, so your answer should be no, it is not necessary that always the position of center of gravity will lie within the material. And first one is that it depends on shape of the body. Okay, third one is that when you have a body of entire weight W, then this total body can be taken as a pointed body or a point particle of weight W placed at the point of center of gravity. Okay, so keep in mind, and for different shape of the body, what is position of center of gravity. You need to learn these all things, and in next lecture I will explain you some numericals. Thank you so much.